Welcome back everybody to the World of Wraith YouTube channel. Got with you guys a little something different. I'm gonna go over some cards that I think are pretty cool from the new Guardian Mastery Pack set that I want to talk about. Now, I am planning to do a market watch tomorrow for all the new cards, so be prepared for that. Before we jump into it, looks like 70% of y'all aren't subscribed, so if you guys want to do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and let me know in the comments down below what card are you most excited for in the new Guardian Mastery Pack. Before I jump into it, I do have some honorable mentions. Call for Backup seems really interesting to me. I don't know how it's going to be used, but to me the first thing I thought about, it's like a popper, and then it lets you put a card on top of your deck. Well, it makes your opponent pick a card out of two cards. One of them gets banished, so they pick the banished one, and the other one goes on the top. So I don't know, I think the card's pretty interesting. It's a generic 3 for 7. It's super weird to me that it has a when this defends trigger, especially it being a 2 block, but I thought it was interesting. And then Fearless Confrontation, I think plenty of people have been talking about this. It's like a new gravy card. I mean, it's a blue block 3 instant, discard this. Target attack gets -1 and loses and can't gain dominate. But if you're attacking an ally and the gravy opponent uses this, and it's just gonna be crazy. I don't know exactly if they can do it on a attack for an ally. Maybe they can, maybe they can't, but a lot of people have been talking about it. I think people have been testing it, and yeah, this is gonna be a huge spike for gravy. Last honorable mention, little Bigfoot. So I think this is gonna be a Goliath card. It reads, if you have 2 or more cards with cost 3 or more in your pitch zone, this gets +6 for the red, +4 for the blue. I think Goliath being a 5 intellect hero, but halving the attack and defense value of your cards, it's going to be looking for cards like this. So as soon as I saw this, I thought it's going to be a Goliath card. Now, I could be wrong, maybe he won't play it, but to me that's the first thing I thought about when I saw that. Without further ado, let's get into top 10, Base of the Mountain. Now I put this at 10 because it's more of an equipment piece to counter Guardians. I don't think it's actually for Guardians, although they could use it. But it's at a number 10 spot because it's a generic legendary, and I definitely think there'll be formats where this is really good. I can see this being really good against Azalea, but she LL'd. I think as we get more heroes that have like evasion to them, this can come in and out of the format depending on does your hero have like a extra leg spot to run this in. It's a generic legendary, so as always, I think generic legendaries are super strong. And without further ado, number 9, Seismic Eruption. Coming in at number 9. It doesn't seem anything special, it just makes 3 Seismic Search tokens, and it's a yellow, no block. Of course, giving you those 3 Seismic tokens kind of acts as a blue, but what I really like about this is when you combine it with other cards that want the Seismic Search tokens, you can get a ton of value defensively and for cost reductions. And being an instant speed card, it lets you choose when you want to play it, so you can like put it in your arsenal, wait for a big turn, or sometimes you can use them defensively, put it in your arsenal and use like your equipment that will go over in the future, or cards that give you defensive value for having Seismic Search tokens. It also comes in EA, so it looks pretty dope in EA. Now, one of those cards that gives you defensive value for having Seismic tokens is Solid Ground. Now, with 3 cost blue that blocks 5, it's pretty much the same as an unmovable, but instead of having the benefit of +1 from your arsenal, this has the benefit of it can be free if you control 3 Seismic Search tokens, or if you control 2 and you have a tunic counter, or 3 tunic counters, you can play this for that 1 resource. I think a deck that has a lot of Seismic Search energies will use this effectively, but I don't think it's just going to be thrown into every Guardian deck. But yet again, it has another EA, so I think LSS really wants us to play these EA cards. I think they'll be played together. I'm not sure what hero will run them. Maybe like Bravo, maybe Victor, maybe Valda. Number 7, Overswing. This is the first heave action I'm pretty sure that we have. Now, normally 2 cards for +3 is not that good. It costs 2, it gives you +3. It does have go again, and it also blocks for 3. So that's pretty good. And one of the main reasons why I put it here is I think this helps Guardian use their entire hands. A lot of the times you can block out a Guardian and make them convert their 4-card hand. A lot of the times they can't do much. Sometimes they'll like just send an attack IP1 or IP2. But I think Overswing gives you a lot of versatility to be able to use your 4 cards. You can play it. It has go again. It's going to bust your next attack. You can block 3. You can also heave 2, so it can kind of help you set up for future. I think it has a lot of versatility. So that puts it in at number 7. Number 6, Aftershock. It's a pretty simple card. It reminds me a lot of Runner from Heavy Hitters. It lets you carry over a Seismic Surge token. So ideally this is a 2-card 8 or a 2-card 6 on blue. And it lets you carry over a Seismic Surge token for your next turn. So I think it's pretty strong. I don't know if this is just going to be a staple in all the Guardian decks, but I do think in this Seismic build, this is going to be a great like role filler card. Probably be played in blue, maybe in red. Next up, Break Stature. Now, the bad side of this is a 5 cost, which is pretty expensive, and it only destroys aura tokens. But this can be huge when destroying things like agility, vigor, rune chant, and also if you destroy it, your opponent can't create auras with that name until the end of their next turn. So that can be huge when it comes to heroes like Runeblade heroes, or even heroes like KO that want to make a might every turn. The new KO is going to want to make vigors every turn. So I think this definitely has a place in Guardian decks. Number 4, Layline of the Old Ones. When I first saw this, I thought this was a fable of the set, but it's not. It's just a legendary. As a legendary with no block, it's a little weird. I think in the long game, it's going to be pretty strong, but and maybe these shorter, more aggressive matchups like maybe Syndra or Dio, it's going to be kind of bad to have a no block. But making a Seismic Surge whenever you do damage seems pretty awesome, and the value you can get on this card over the long game can be crazy. And then with equipment like Tectonic Plating, you can pretty much guarantee this is going to stick around as long as your opponent doesn't have something that can destroy an aura. Number 3, Clash of Robboto. Guardians have been notorious for struggling versus illusionists and clearing their auras, especially the Spectra auras. Thanks to this card, there's now an easier way to clear them. Instead of using your action point and swinging your hammer, losing a bunch of tempo, now you can simply just clash, hopefully get rid of an ALS, Genesis, and even outside of illusionist matchups, destroying other auras like a Rune Chant or Agility. It's not as much value as destroying these illusionist auras, but it's a little extra value nevertheless. Number 2, Clash and Bash. Now this is a simple common, but I think it's very powerful, and I think this might be one of the few cards that just get slapped into Guardian decks. I don't think it has to be run in a Seismic Surge focus deck. I think it's just a great card. It can give you 5 value, and it doesn't rely on that aspect of clashing, which can be random. All you have to do is reveal a crush card, and it's going to give you a Seismic Surge token. This can be great for, let's say, a 3-card hand where you block, you have a blue and you have a crush. You can get 3-card 12. Now that's looking pretty good. It's looking like Aurora numbers, and you'll have a kind of a non-hit. You'll have a crush on hit, so I think this is going to be pretty good. I'm very surprised it's only a common, but I think it's definitely going to make its way into a lot of Guardian decks. And last but not least, I'm sure it's no surprise, Testament of Valor. Now, I think this is one of the first cards revealed to really hype us up. This shield is definitely something you want to build around, and it's a single-handed shield that can block 5, which is pretty crazy. And thanks to it having guard well, it can play around cards like Shred and Tarantula Toxic, whereas if you had a Temper shield, these cards can just break it. But thanks to being guard well, you only have to put -1 counters equal to the amount that you blocked. So if they shred it or tarantula toxic it, you only have to put, you know, however much it defended for, and it'll even allow you to use it in the future if you're able to get 6 seismic surges. So pretty cool, pretty strong, and the marble looks insane. This is the front and back. I mean, I think I've only seen Rosetta Thorn and this card having like such a cool looking back of the card. I mean, yeah, I want to see this in person. This looks so cool, and to me this is the main reason to play a Seismic Surge Guardian deck, is this card. I think you can take really crazy pivot turns. You know, blocking 5 with 1 shield can be crazy value. Anyways, let me know what card down below you're excited for. Let me know if I missed any crazy cards. Like I said, probably gonna do a market watch tomorrow for the new set, so be on the lookout for that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Peace.